going on, Leaguers? Welcome to the Spectacular Spoiler League. I'm the Pandan Superman, the mayor of Hype City, HazyRome, and as always, I'm joined by the God of Night, the Prime Minister of Post-Production, DeepBoyce. And today, we are in the Hall of Spoilers to play a little game.
Bong bong.
And that game is called One's Gotta Go.
Yes, sir.
So it's a new thing to the channel, courtesy of DeepBoyce. This is DeepBoyce's idea. So I'll let you explain it, man. I'll let you. You did. It's a great idea. I like it. So we're gonna try something new. We're gonna try something fun.
Yeah, well, in honor of the movie Wonder Woman, the first
Indeed
DCEU critical success. It's getting a lot of rave reviews, and hopefully we'll get to see it at some point and enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. We
basically decided on this nice little game, this nice little video, where we get a handful of a certain superhero or character's, love interests. And we decide, four to be exact, and we decide which one we're going to pluck out. So one's got to go. You've probably seen this on Twitter or on other platforms of social media where they give you a hard decision. They give you four things that are pretty good, and you got to choose one that's going kaput. That's got to go. And then and obviously after this, we're going to answer an even more difficult question for our inaugural One's Gotta Go about Wonder Woman is, which one do we choose out of the three that we decide on? Which one is the definitive one here at the Spectacular Spoiler League? We always answer the hardest hitting questions in all the universe. We're here doing the hard work, so you don't have to. You just sit back, enjoy.
Damn, I like Leaguers. I peep how he said we do the hardest work in the universe. My man skipped the galaxy, the solar system. He went straight to the universe, man.
I'm not.
How you know there's not someone in the universe doing harder work than us, man?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. So since we don't know, might as well just take the mantle. Someone's gonna have to take the mantle away from us. We're putting it up there, being bold.
All right. So if there's ever an alien invasion and they get tied at whoever was claiming to do the hardest work in the universe, I'm gonna throw your ass into the fire. One's gotta go, everybody. Wonder Woman love interest. Let's do this thing. We got four options. Four historical. Let's just say they've been in various mediums and various portrayals of Wonder Woman. These are four love interests that we decided to use in this issue, this inaugural edition of One's Gotta Go. Number one, we've got Batman, Bruce Wayne.
The Dark Knight himself.
The Dark Knight himself. Now, we're basing that on the Justice League animated series, or the DC animated universe of the 90s and 2000s that we love so much. Where, Batman and Wonder Woman kind of had a thing. I don't know what kind of thing it was, but they hinted at it, definitely.
Listen, we know Wonder Woman, Diana Prince, or Diana Themyscira. She's a strong woman, and a strong woman needs a strong man. And there's no stronger man out there than Bruce Wayne.
Wrong! Oh. That's incorrect, DeepBoyce.
Who's stronger than Bruce Wayne?
The next love interest is the Man of Steel himself. Clark Kent, a.k.a. Kal-El, man. Krypton's last son, but he's not really Krypton's last son because his other survivors of Krypton, but they keep calling him Krypton's last son, even though that's not true. They lying.
And there's a dog, and I think there's a cow.
Yeah, it gets a little dicey. But anyway, in the New 52, Wonder Woman and Kal-El, they get it on.
And also in Injustice, the Injustice universe as well.
True. So they have a relationship in the New 52 for sure, and Injustice, like DeepBoyce says. Essentially, those two, the only reason why they even break up is because, New 52 Clark Kent dies. So they kind of had a thing for each other, and honestly, when you think about it, kind of makes sense. She's strong, he's strong,
Yeah, they're the two most powerful.
He's pretty, she's pretty, I guess.
They're the two most powerful beings probably in the DC universe, or two of the most. So
let's be honest, DeepBoyce. I didn't like that relationship very much. But on to the next one, Aquaman, and we're basing this off. There's been hints in the comics throughout history where they've kind of had a little bit of a flirty exchanges, but we're basing this primarily on the Flashpoint universe. Or the Flashpoint timeline, where Barry Allen travels back in time to save his mom, screws up the timeline because that's what Barry Allen does. And, the Amazons and Atlanteans are at war. And, Wonder Woman and Aquaman have some type of affair. Wonder Woman kills Mira. It's really, it gets messy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they the leader of Themyscira, the leader of the Amazons, and the leader of Atlantis, they do the dirty deed.
Yeah, kind of makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He likes water. She drinks water. It's a match made in heaven.
Well, I was kind of thinking, she's the military leader.
It's a match made in Olympus.
I thought, I was kind of thinking she's the military leader of her nation, and he's the king / military leader of his nation. And then, it's kind of like old school. How nations would kind of, marry their son or their daughter to kind of maintain those bloodlines, to maintain those alliances. But I like your explanation better. She does like water, and he's all about water.
She likes water. Alternatively, fish have scales. Wonder Woman likes to balance the scales of justice. I mean, that sounds like a perfect relationship to me. Once again, a match made in Olympus.
And Aquaman has a trident.
Yes.
And Wonder Woman likes to try dental strips to keep her teeth white.
She likes her breath fresh.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because she definitely likes to keep her breath fresh when she's meeting and kissing the next love interest, the only one who ain't special or having super identities and whatnot. And that is Steve Trevor, man.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty much the guy. That's kind of usually her boyfriend, and like you said, he's just a normal dude. Sometimes he was maybe in World War I or World War II, or like in the current comics, he's a Navy SEAL or something.
But in present day.
But he's a formidable man. Obviously, he's well trained, but he's just a mortal man.
Damn, my man described him as a dog. He's well trained. Wow. He's potty trained. Wonder Woman didn't have to take him to the bathroom, unlike Kal-El. He's got a bladder issue. He's got superpowers, so when his farts come out, boy, could knock down a building or two. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, one's gotta go. DeepBoyce, who is going? Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Steve Trevor. Who's going?
Oh man, people not gonna
pick wisely.
People not gonna like this. People not gonna like this. But the ones that's gotta go, can't even speak properly. The one that has got to go for me is Kal-El, the last son of Krypton.
Ooh, why Kal-El, man?
You're gonna have to cup that and then flip it out of here. Because look,
why, man?
Because Superman just he's a little overbearing. He imposes a little too much. He feels
he's overbearing.
Yeah, he's always.
Damn.
I mean, look, does Lois Lane always ask for help? She's not always asking for help. He doesn't have to come through crashing through the wall just because she spilled some coffee on herself. I mean, come on. I mean, Wonder Woman can handle herself. Okay.
Well, I mean, in his defense, Lois Lane is always getting her own damn self from trouble.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But, I mean, I think Wonder Woman needs someone that is more intellectually stimulating. I mean, Kal-El is not dumb. But Batman, super smart. Aquaman, a smart diplomat. And Steve Trevor, he seems like a fun guy to be around. I mean, come on. Do you really want to hang out with Kal-El? I mean, that would be kind of a boring date. I'm going to be honest with you.
Damn. Wow.
No offense to Superman.
Well, maybe she likes the simple upbringing, the wholesome upbringing that Clark Kent has. It's similar to kind of the pure intentions and the pure environment that Wonder Woman has grown up in Themyscira, man.
I disagree with that because I could be wrong about this, but Wonder Woman has never had a daughter. Never had any sort of child. I mean, she's had apprentices. She's had like what's her name? Wonder Girl?
Yeah, Wonder Girl. She's had a couple Wonder Girls.
Yeah.
She's had two. She's had Cassie, and she's also had Donna Troy.
But Wonder Woman is a demigod, I guess, or a deity of sorts. I mean,
what does kids got to do with anything, man?
Because Superman, at the end of the day, and this is not a knock to Superman. I mean, I would like to be a family man someday too, but that's not what Wonder Woman is really about at this point in time.
What? You're trying to make the argument that Wonder Woman don't want kids? Get out of here. If anybody could carry a Kryptonian child, it is Wonder Woman.
Of course she could, but her priorities are just too important. She has to lead her nation.
This man, DeepBoyce is full of some shit right now.
She is the only opposition against people like, or forces like Ares, any sort of godlike threat. You know what I'm saying? She has some important things to do.
All right, y'all. DeepBoyce has had his chance. It's my turn.
Do it up.
The one who's gotta go.
Uh-oh.
Okay. The one who has to go. The one who's gotta go. There's no chance that he should be with Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. It's the one and only Kal-El. And I'm gonna tell you why. See, DeepBoyce, you had your shot, man. Right. I gave you a chance to shoot your shot. You missed, okay? Y'all had playing. Playing like J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert in the NBA Finals, okay?
Are you sure I didn't bank it? I felt like I banked it.
Nah, you didn't bank it, man, okay? you airballed it, all right? You turned it over to the other team. The thing with Kal-El is, Kal-El's always about being human. That's his whole thing. Mm-hmm. He's God amongst men. But he's gonna be human, and he's always wanted to feel like he was human. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Lois Lane, like, that's the perfect situation for him. It just makes sense. I don't like Lois Lane that much, to be honest with you. I gotta be honest. I gotta be fair. Mm-hmm. You know, I think, you know, she's too much trouble. She's just too much trouble. Mm-hmm. But that's his thing. With Wonder Woman, I get it. You know, she's kind of like a god too, so he can kind of find someone who, you know, he could fly with, who can match his strength, someone who doesn't have to worry about the safety of. But I think Superman is all about his humanity, which Diana Prince isn't necessarily too focused on. That being said, Diana Prince has shown a fascination with humanity, which is why I feel like characters like Batman or Steve Trevor would be more up her alley, particularly, you know, Steve Trevor, since historically they've had a relationship. So that's my reason for Kal-El. Also, gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest Superman fan. And I'm like, Superman has everything, yo. Yeah. Your man got flight, super strength, extended life. He's got, you know, this, bulging muscles, a good costume. Yeah. You know, he's smiling all the time. He's the man.
I agree on that one.
And you gotta get Wonder Woman too.
Yeah, he can't
leave something for the other brothers out there, man. Come on, Soups.
He can't also get probably the best lady in all of DC. I mean, come on.
Come on, man. Oh, chill, man. Black Canary about to scream in your ear. Chill.
One of the best.
She about to hit you with that canary card. You better calm down. Can't be making these outlandish statements. So, all right, we both agree on Kal-El. He's the one who's gotta go. Mm-hmm. So, who's the creme de la creme, man? Who is the gentleman of gentlemen? Who should Wonder Woman? Who do we think is the one she's got to keep?
See,
the ultimate one, the top.
See, here's the thing, and I feel like my opinion will change depending on when you ask me. But as it stands, I'm
DeepBoyce. I knew that was gonna be answer yourself. I knew you were gonna pick yourself. You self-centered bastard.
Listen, I need somebody to save me. I wouldn't mind if she embraced me in her arms and carried me to safety. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna say I'm shipping for Batman and Wonder Woman.
Oh, give this man a round of applause, everybody.
Bruce and Diana together. I mean, they're not the type to lose their cool. They're both super smart, super capable, and I mean, Bruce needs somebody to help from his friends from dying, if that makes any sense. Like his friends and his loved ones are always in danger, always dying, and I mean, Wonder Woman, she could be his Superman, so to speak. Come in real quick, defend. You know, if someone's trying to kill Damian, Jason Todd again. You know what I'm saying? She's bulletproof. I mean, come on.
So, all right. I swear, leaguers, we did not talk about this beforehand. Because my pick is also Batman Bruce Wayne. And I'll tell you why. Part of it is nostalgia for the DC animated universe that we watched growing up. That's part of it for me. Mm-hmm. Not that anything against Steve Trevor. I like Steve Trevor. I think, you know, he's a great option. And, you know, if I was going to be, you know, vanilla and plain, I would choose him. Mm-hmm. But I like Batman for Wonder Woman because I think Batman needs somebody who understands his continuing fight for justice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think she can understand him always fighting and always being out there as Batman to save Gotham City. Also, I think, you know, to a certain extent, I mean, Wonder Woman's about peace and you know, loving each other and all that good stuff. But to a certain extent, I think Wonder Woman also knows what needs to get the job done. Needs to be done to get the job done. Mm-hmm. And I think she might respect Batman for going as hard as he does. Yeah. And ultimately, you know, like you said, I also feel like Batman won't have to feel like he has to protect Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? If anything, she's protecting him.
Yeah. I mean, so, that's one of the things that Batman always does. That's why he just sometimes so secretive and does things without telling people, because he knows that people are going to jump in the line of fire.
Absolutely. So for me, my pick is also Bruce Wayne. And also, I just want to see it. Because I feel like with Bruce's love interest, and, you know, I'm not trying to get into too much of that, Especially, you know, we're definitely going to be talking about some Bruce love interests in the future on the Spectacular Spoiler League. But with Bruce's love interests, there's always some type of, you know, crazy, you know, psychological issue with whoever he picks. And there's always, I feel like part of the reason it doesn't work out is because he's ultimately Bruce Wayne's real, like the mask for Bruce Wayne isn't Batman. The mask for Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's really Batman underneath. And I feel like he hasn't been able to share that. The only person I can honestly say he's been able to share that with is probably, you know, Selena Kyle, Catwoman, or Talia al Ghul. And they both crazy. Wonder Woman ain't crazy. Let's do it, DC. Let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
Anyway, guys, what are your picks for One's Gotta Go? For our inaugural issue of One's Gotta Go. Who do you think Wonder Woman's love interest should be out of Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and Steve Trevor? Which one do you think has to go? Which one you think is the creme de la creme? And by all means, if there's anybody we didn't mention or consider, go ahead and drop it in the comments because we'd love to hear your suggestions. I mean, Wonder Woman has definitely had some, in the current DC Rebirth comics, it's definitely been alluded to that she's had some relationships with even women. So, you know, if there's anybody you want to name, anybody you think we should have talked about, by all means, let's start the conversation in the Hall of Spoilers, guys. DeepBoyce, any final words?
I want to see this in DCEU. Make it happen, Jeff Johns.
True. You know, we didn't mention that because they seem to be hinting at that a little bit.
There was a little bit.
I like that.
A little bit of that side eye in Batman vs. Superman.
I see Bruce. He was sniffing her up in Batman vs. Superman. He was smelling her perfume and went, all right, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, do it up, baby.
Nice.
We getting out of the Hall of Spoilers, guys. DeepBoyce. We getting out of here, man.
Peace.